Concert Crew Podcast, we back again.
One more again.
Yeah.
Today, best albums of the 21st century.
Wow.
The 21st century. So for y'all that don't know what that means, so we are after 2025, we're now in 2026. When 2025 ended, we just actually completed the first quarter of the 21st century. The years 2000 through 2025 is 25 years. So that's a quarter. That's a quarter, the first quarter of the century. So a lot of music came out in 25 years.
A lot of changes.
A lot of changes. So we're going to talk about the first quarter of the century of the 21st century, the past 25 years. So I'm going to start off by saying, how would you describe the first 25 years of the 21st century?
A lot has happened.
You're a music guy, T.
A lot has happened in the first 25 years. Even considering, the financial situation of the economy, the ups and downs, and the way music rolled out. Because there's a couple of albums that dropped and was right on time for everything that was going on, politically even to speak, but just everything from CDs to streaming became a big thing during this whole 25-year span. So it's been some changes. They've been drastic, but it's been some great music nonetheless.
I'd summarize the 25 years. Outside of probably the last year, which ironically no hip hop album showed up.
Right.
Chart topping dominance, man.
True. Yeah.
Chart topping dominance, man. And not only that, I think hip hop hip hop has influenced pop culture the most. The business of hip hop really took off after the 90s, starting to, filtering, falling off from the 90s, picking up in 2000, the business of hip hop, man. I mean, you got to think about it. I think starting with that year 2000, it produced most of the Diamond albums.
Yeah.
As far as, chart domination, sales, the business of hip hop, it kind of really, really took off to where it became a cash cow, a real deal cash cow. And that's because of the music.
Facts. Yeah.
I feel like music came full circle. So I feel like in the 2000s, the 90s is what we consider the golden era musically. But the 2000s is when they really, really started getting money. Like when the budgets for the artists was huge. They were signing big deals. They were getting big advances. This when money was being poured into not only just the artists, but of course the labels was making
big business.
Big business. I'm talking about the marketing budgets was big. But then we saw it come full circle, because then by the end of of this first half of this 21st century, it was pretty much dead. The music industry, because of streaming and then the changing in the technology and the accessibility of the music.
Absolutely.
It completely changed.
Yeah.
So they went from getting this most money that they ever had to no money. If you're not a legacy artist and you don't have a catalog, or you're not a Drake with a platinum, a super platinum artist, it's really no money in making music. It's the touring that makes the money.
Right.
You're pretty much doing the music for the love.
It got to the point where we were impressed with the mass appeal album rollouts, because there was no big hoo-ha about album rollouts for 5-6 years.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So you're right. It's definitely full circle as far as that's concerned. And the budgets, like you said, the budgets for that artists would get for albums,
crazy.
Made going to one of the major labels a selling point.
And you got to understand, they wasn't even coming out. Some of them might not even have came out. Just the money you got initially up front to make an album or to get signed was big budgets.
Yep.
This is when they had. Now you pretty much, as an artist, if you get signed, you're pretty much just the artist.
Yeah.
Back then they had a team behind you.
You had a
you
team.
had marketing. You had a
Street
team. This is all
you
part
had
of
budgets for videos, because there was outlets for video. Now there's no outlets for videos anymore. Who shoots videos?
You're pretty much like you're pretty much even independent when you sign now.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because it ain't no team really. You really got to do everything yourself.
Yeah, that's what needs to be exemplified.
Back then in the 2000s, you had somebody do everything.
Yeah.
Like every step.
They built the artist. Now the artist already comes prepackaged, and all they're doing is signing you and just telling you do what you already been doing.
Yep, big
Fact.
bank.
Facts.
It's a bank.
Facts. All right. Well, what we're gonna do is 25 years in this in this first half of the 21st century. We're gonna go year by year and say what our favorite album is that year. So we're gonna start with the year 2000.
Good year for me, man. But I what stuck out to me was one of my favorite albums of all time, Supreme Clientele.
Okay.
Supreme Clientele stuck out for me, man. So that's one of the albums I hold in extremely high regard. So it's not there's nothing that's gonna top that.
I second that. I'm gonna go with my favorite album from that year is Supreme Clientele. Now I will give some love to it was some solid albums, but just not number one. Like I did like Black Rob's Black Life Story. I like Jay-Z Dynasty album. I like Beanie Siegel The Truth. I like the Marshall Mathers LP that came out. That's his best.
I want to make that known.
I know you don't like Eminem, but that's my but that's my favorite Eminem album. But
I'm amazed you have a favorite Eminem album.
yeah, it's not a lot.
Insane.
It's not a lot. But Supreme Clientele by far is my favorite album that came out in 2000. I feel like he was rapping on another Ghostface is rapping. He was in the zone to me, man.
I thought the album just flowed.
Cohesiveness was crazy.
It was just well put together. What you think, Art? Where you at?
So for me, I'm gonna show my age a little bit.
Nah,
with
that's
this,
cool.
but,
That's cool.
That's the beauty of it.
Ludacris back for the first time.
Okay.
2000, man. This is probably where I reached the point where I'm 12, 13, but this is probably the age where like, all right, I'm listening to this entire thing and not just the single.
Okay.
But he got like a freestyle on there. I think it's a crazy acapella freestyle on there, man. It was just wild. But the dude snapped. It's called Mouthing Off. But just far as MCing and all that, Ludacris really he got bars as well amongst a lot of other cats. But Back for the First Time was mine. That stood out. That stuck.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it. I ain't mad at that.
Cool. All right, we got 2001.
I'm going to Blueprint. I'm going to Blueprint. I think it's a significant album stylistically. I think that it sticks out. I think it's probably one of Jay-Z's top 3 pieces of work. And I wouldn't be mad if somebody said 1, 2, or 3. Just a well put together album. And this is coming from the standpoint of somebody who actually hated Jay-Z at that point in time for obvious reasons. But the album was just so good. It was just so good. That's where I'm at. I'm blue. It was Blueprint for me.
For me, I'm going with The Reason.
Well,
I'm going with
okay.
The Reason. That stood out for me. The Reason.
Okay. To me, it's Jay-Z, The Blueprint. This actually my favorite. That might be some controversial to some people, but that's actually my favorite Jay-Z album of all time. To me, he was just in a zone, and he was just like, I'm better than y'all. Like, it was just like a total flex to me, where I wasn't really a believer before. I thought he was nice, but I felt like he really didn't have that body of work to stamp him as like, yo, I'm that dude, until The Blueprint came out, where I was like, yeah, he that guy. But I do, number one is Blueprint, but I will give love to Nas Stillmatic that came out that year too, because I think that is a classic. But The Blueprint, to me, hands above everything, man. Couldn't see The Blueprint. What about 2002?
What you got, Hart?
Laura Willing. The Clips, Laura Willing.
Laura Willing. Okay.
Laura Willing. I listen
The
to
debut
that.
Clips
debut.
album.
Listen to that every day on my way to school.
I'm gonna go with one of my personal favorites, man. I just thought this album was brilliant. The Fix, Scarface.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
The
Yeah,
Fix.
yeah.
That album blew me away. Even for Scarface, it blew me away.
Wow.
I think to me, I know The Diary and some of his earlier albums get a lot of praise. This to me was the evolution of Scarface in its highest form. this was it for me.
Wow, it's crazy, man. We 3 for 3 right now. I feel I'm gonna go with Scarface to Fix. This album that year actually came out. I ain't gonna forget. It came out around my birthday, and I remember riding up to the outlets playing this album just on repeat, and I loved it. Like this is when he kind of first came to the East Coast. Kanye did a lot of the production on there, and I like Scarface already, but to me, musically, it was just like the beats and the rhymes together. It just meshed together.
It was
like,
a great sound.
Oh, it was great,
It was a
man.
great sound, man.
Oh, it was beautiful. This is when he kind of was in his rock era where he was connecting with the rock a lot too. Kanye did a lot of production, just the features, Jay-Z.
It felt less regional. It felt less regional.
Yeah.
It went from being like him being more of a regional artist to more of a widely accepted and more widely sounding artist.
Musically, artistically, like, all around.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I agree with you. 2003.
Okay,
Get a little tricky.
got a little hairy right here, man. This is actually a pretty good year.
It was.
Okay, so I have 2 albums, and for 2 totally different reasons. To me, the biggest album, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
The best album, the Black Album.
Wow. Wow.
So I personally don't know which one I want to go with, but since you said and I listened closely to your introduction, and you said what we think is the best album.
Right.
I'm gonna go with the Black Album that year. I'm gonna go with the Black Album. But shout out to Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm not gonna act like that didn't happen. That is the biggest debut. Not anticipated, because there's a different category. That's the biggest debut, in my opinion, in hip hop history. That thing moved mountains. When you're talking about anticipation, then you start to talk about Snoop's first album. But as far as impact, Get Rich or Die Trying had the biggest impact.
I think I agree with your reasoning, but I'm going to go with Get Rich or Die Trying just because, like, the Black Album is number 2, and I think the Black Album is classic, but looking back, as much as I love the Black Album, the Get Rich or Die Trying was such a nuclear bomb.
Yes,
It's just,
it was.
it just still holds a different place in hip hop, period. And for that, I'm gonna say number 1, Get Rich or Die Trying. But I understand, and it's completely the reasoning. It makes sense. But I'm gonna go with Get Rich or Die Trying. That was tough though.
Yeah, I'm with Get Rich or Die Trying too. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. That was one of the ones you just go ahead and let that rock.
I think
Black Album has it's the Black Album, you know, but it's also one of them things of which you looking for in the moment. But I think the 50s just it covered a lot.
Did you notice how when Harp first started off, he said he was 12 at some point, but then now it's starting to
Became of age a little
It's
bit.
starting to be in sync now.
yeah. Oh, you see that though. Yeah, for sure.
All right, 2004.
To my recollection, I think this was another pretty good year. I went with College Dropout.
Okay.
I went with
ain't
College
mad at
Dropout. I just felt like, and from an impact standpoint, maybe not as big an impact as Get Rich or Die Trying, but I'll say this signaled a change where we need to give credit to Kanye West for
Absolutely.
For sure.
bringing this style of rap, that backpack,
Facts,
non-threatening MC,
Yes.
but bar heavy to the forefront. He wasn't the traditional, street rapper.
Yeah, that's what this was.
He was more of a backpacker, man. And for a lot of traditionalists, this album felt good.
I agree with you. I'm gonna go with Kanye West, The College Dropout. To me, it was a game changer. The way music was at the time, after College Dropout came, music changed. He kind of made it okay again to be vulnerable, to show a different side. You don't always gotta be tough. You don't always gotta be gangster. You don't always gotta be a superhero. He changed the game, man. And then with the soul, bringing back the soul beats, it was almost collaborative, almost like a Dr. Dre type of Chronic album with all the features on there. He just changed. It was a game changer, man. I'm gonna go with The College Dropout too. What about you, T. Hart?
I'm going with Jada Kiss of Death.
Oh, wow.
Kiss of Death.
Oh, wow.
I'm going with Kiss of Death all day.
Okay.
Yeah, Jada my favorite though. Honestly, he my top MC. Just when you think about a voice as an instrument, obviously raspy voice, it was unique, and then it flows. He got them bars. By your side. This is bring you down. This is that. Like, yeah.
I can dig it.
This got me through a lot of days when I was in college.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
All right, 2005.
This is easy. It's a great year.
This is a great year, though. This is a great year, though.
I went with the doc. This is where it might get a little hairy, Barboni. I went with the documentary. I went with the documentary for Impact. I think Impact. I think the way he was set up, it was anticipated. Big album. I think this was a big album, and I mean, to this day, the documentary is crazy.
Documentary is crazy.
It is.
But I'm gonna disagree. This is kind of like our first clear disagreement today, Phil. But I will say 2005 was a great year in music. I agree. The documentary was classic. Lil Wayne, The Carter 2 came out that year as well. Young Jeezy, Get Rich, Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101. But my number one album of 2005 was Common B.
I'm not mad at that.
Common B.
I'm not mad at that.
It was tough, man.
It was tough.
That was a tough album, man.
It wasn't bigger than the documentary,
And look, musically, I like.
Okay.
I think years later, even though the Game's documentary still go to this day, I like Common B, man. I think Common B was it for me that year.
I can dig it.
I'm going with 101. I'm going with 101.
I ain't mad at Jeezy.
I ain't mad at that, yeah.
I ain't mad at Jeezy.
Not around this time.
And that's hard to miss. I mean, this is
mad
one
at
of them
that.
times when you hear it everywhere you
Yeah,
go.
not around. Yeah, around this time. Yeah, absolutely.
Everywhere.
I was in Atlanta. I wanted to
What?
pick it, but I couldn't pick it.
I'm shocked you didn't.
I wanted to
I
stop.
thought that's where you was going.
Because I love that Common B. I actually liked a lot. It was a nice amount of
Okay,
albums.
I get that.
Even Beanie Siegel to Becoming.
It was.
That was a great year in hip hop
Carter
to
2.
me. The Carter 2 was crazy. Lil Wayne made me a believer when I heard the Carter 2. Like I was like,
that
okay,
album.
he nice.
Yeah, it was that album.
So it was a great year. But the Common B, to me, he just went to another level on there where I was like, oh, he going for it. Like,
I just think that G Unit chokehold
Yeah, the game was-
boosted this for me.
Oh, the
with
game was
documentary.
hard. The game was
Yeah,
hard.
that G Unit chokehold on the world at that point did it for me.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I ain't mad at none of them. They all was great. They all did what they supposed to do. So I ain't really mad at them. But that's our first clear across the board.
I was shocked at where you went though. I thought you was going with. I thought you was saying
going with
Jeezy.
Jeezy.
I thought you was going because this was around that time.
I wanted to go with Jeezy.
Yeah, you was ears to the ground right there.
And I love the movement. I love the movement.
So it was even worse for you.
Honestly, I went with musically on this, like beats and rhymes.
Okay.
Yeah, I get
but
that.
like movement wise, I will go with the Jeezy just because based off where I was at. But like just on some hardcore type stuff, the Game joint was hard too. So I ain't mad at none of them, man. That was a great year for sure. All right, 2006.
Go ahead, Harp. I'm interested where you at. With this I'm
So-
curious. Where you at with this year?
So 06, this was one of the years I had a hard time.
Okay.
Nothing really connected with me. I was still listening. So I mean, I got here. If I had to choose one, I'm gonna go with Jeezy, The Inspiration.
Okay.
You got Kingdom Come, Hove drop Kingdom Come this year, but I mean, nothing really.
Okay.
It probably was some singles out or something going on. I don't know what the hell was happening, but I ain't really have nothing to connect with me like that in 06.
Kingdom Come was cool. I liked Kingdom Come. I bought it. I liked it. I actually liked the inspiration. A lot of people don't like the inspiration, but I liked the inspiration.
Yeah.
I also liked. I actually like Busta Rhymes' The Big Bang. I don't even like Busta Rhymes albums like that, but I actually liked that album. And I was a big Lupe Fiasco Food and Liquor fan that year. But my number one album of 2006 was T.I. King. I remember riding down to Atlanta. Also, that's around the same time I was in Atlanta, and I remember playing that the whole ride to Atlanta.
That's tough though. And then what? The year before that was Urban Legend, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
So he was that dude, and he had the momentum, and
Urban
he
Legend,
and he
yeah.
took it to another level
Urban
on
Legend
King.
was that.
Yeah,
He
Urban
leveled up.
Legend, yeah, but that was the year before. Yeah.
I mean, listen, man, we batting 1,000. I got King on here, man,
Got
but
King?
Oh, you got
I
King?
also have. I think Food and Liquor was a
Food and
better
Liquor-
album.
Food and Liquor.
Food and Liquor was crazy.
Food and
to
Liquor
me.
may have been a better, like almost like I'm making an argument for Common B. Like Food and Liquor was probably that. Like Food and Liquor was a great album.
I just felt like this was this T.I. run was crazy between Urban Legend, King, T.I. versus Tip. He was on a heater, and
Yeah.
you couldn't stop Tip, man.
I agree. He was that guy.
This is the run why T.I. talks crazy now. This is the reason T.I. was the king of the South at that point, man.
Absolutely.
And it was validated.
No doubt about it. I agree with you. All right, 2007.
I was torn with this one, man.
2007, let's see. Oh,
What you got?
I want you. I think it's going to seem like I'm coming from way left, but I'm going Rich Boy.
Whoa.
I'm
Whoa.
going Rich Boy.
Whoa.
I'm going Rich
Throw
Boy.
some G's on
And
it.
Talk to me
I don't
about
know.
that one.
So the thing about it is, and this is me like I was around older cats, so the influence was there. I'll state that. But
Okay.
one thing that was pointed out, with that album, the what he talking about, once you get past his accent, I'm telling Rich Boy be talking on this album, and I'm not saying it just because it throws some D's on there. It's some.
So
He got a couple
you
like.
was into that album.
I was.
I can dig it.
Yeah, like I'm going Rich Boy. 2007, I'm going Rich Boy for my personal favorite, Rich Boy.
All right, I'm going to go 07. 07, I'm going to go Kanye West Graduation. I feel like Kanye was on a run, and I feel this is the year he crushed 50 when they kind of went one-on-one on the same day,
Yeah.
and musically the albums wasn't even close. And Kanye was just that dude. Like, I remember
Right.
that album coming out, and other than that, Drunken Hot Girls, it was almost perfect. like, the album, he was on another Can't Tell Me Nothing. The single with T-Pain, he was just killing it, man.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds, like he couldn't miss on the album, man.
Yeah.
It was a big deal. I'm gonna go number one, Graduation, but also Jay-Z American Gangster came out that year, and it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough, but I'm going with Graduation though.
I gotta agree with you, man, wholeheartedly, all across the board. Graduation and American Gangster, man, ranks extremely high on my Jay-Z list of albums. Somewhere under Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt. It's that good. American Gangster was that good. But when it comes to impact, this is Kanye, and I'm talking about
He was killing
bro,
it.
he's on a heater, right? Like I said, T.I. was on a heater. Kanye was on a heater right now.
Definitely was. He definitely was.
Big time.
All right, 2008.
This is a weird year. Yeah, this is a weird year for me. This is gonna come out of left field.
All right, what you got?
I went with my guy, man, Untitled, the Nigger album.
Okay.
Yeah. That album, then I loved it, but even now it's aged extremely well. So that's one of them years, man, where I just went with the safe bet.
All right, I will say that's right at the top for me with Nas Untitled, and also T.I. Paper Trail was a big album to me too. T.I. was still on his run; he was killing it. But number one, I feel like he leveled all the way up. I'm gonna go with Lil Wayne with the Carter 3, man. It's when he was that guy.
You know what?
He was that guy.
That might be a terrible omission by me, because I 100% agree with you. It's weird. It's weird because I remember exactly where I was. I just started my job, and I was doing training in Bloomington, Ohio, and that song was like the anthem of when we went out as like a training class when we were out in Chicago hanging out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was an anthem, man. I distinctly remember that. So I'm glad you brought that up because I gotta slide that in there. That's the biggest album of 2008. That's Lil Wayne at his peak in terms of you got the best of him rapping and musically. The album he turned into a superstar on that album. So yes, let me make an omission. I'm gonna go ahead and actually make it.
Okay. Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I got to go with that. I can't act like that didn't happen.
All right.
I can't act like that didn't happen. But shout out to my boy because that album was still dope. But yeah, I got to go with the Carter 3. You 100% right.
What you got?
So it was the Carter between the Carter 3 and the Recession. I'm going with Recession. It's just feeling for me. It's just that connection. But I obviously I'm a Jeezy fan, but I gotta go with the Recession, man.
You go with the Recession over Carter 3?
Recession.
Okay. The Recession was big. It's funny. I never was a Recession fan like everybody else, but it was a big album. I mean, people love that album.
I'm gonna tell you what gets me with Jeezy is the way he lays his music. That's what gets me. Wayne was the spitter and all, but Jeezy still had some bars. But the way he layers his music and the actual listening experience for me, and then it was a couple things that happened. This was the year I think Obama got elected, so this is my president is black. I'm on a black college campus, so all of this stuff played a part. But that I gotta go with the Recession on that, man.
I can dig it.
All right, 2009.
This is out of left field. But I love this album, though. I loved it. This album was. I actually waited for this album when I heard about it, the possibility of it dropping. Slaughterhouse.
Ooh.
So not
okay.
Hold on. Which one is this? The original one that was on the Independent or the Welcome to the Slaughterhouse?
This is the first one.
I like the first one.
This is the first real one.
First one was tough.
Yeah. This is. I love that group. Yeah. So when I heard about this. I was genuinely stoked, and this album delivered for me.
Yeah.
It's my favorite album, so I'm gonna just go with that. Slaughterhouse.
All right, I'm not mad at Slaughterhouse, and I agree. That was a dope album. I thought you were talking about the second one when they signed the Shady. I wasn't feeling that, but I like that album. I also like the Blueprint 3 was alright that dropped that year, but it wasn't one of them ones. But my favorite album that came out in 2009. Was Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2. Okay. I rock with Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2. So I'm going to rock with that. As an album, I was satisfied with that. I thought it was a nice put-together album. But it wasn't a great overall year to me for that 2009 to me. Yeah.
Deeper Than Rap. Rick
Ross.
Deeper Than Rap.
I like Deeper Than Rap. I like Deeper Than Rap. I like Deeper Than Rap.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I like Deeper Than Rap. I forgot about Deeper Than Rap.
Hold on. You making a switch?
I'm not going to switch, but I like Deeper Than Rap. Deeper Than Rap probably elevated right to.
I like that better than my choice though.
I like Deeper Than Rap better than the Blueprint 3.
Much better. And I actually like it better than
Slaughterhouse too.
Yeah. That one slipped through the cracks.
I would go number 2.
Good catch, Hart. That's a good one.
I would probably go number 2, but that just elevated all up. Once you said that, I'm like, ooh.
It did. That's when Ross was like, his back was against the wall. He had to rap.
That's when I really started to see.
Wow.
I really started to see the elevation in it.
That's a monster, though. Man.
That was a creep.
I missed that one.
I really started to see the elevation with him at that point, man.
Yep.
All right, 2010.
Oh, that's an easy one for me.
Well, we know it.
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Listen.
Okay.
No question whatsoever. That's to me one of the greatest albums in hip hop. So that no question. Now, a slept on album that I thought was great was Distant Relatives. That album don't get enough credit.
Okay.
Distant Relatives was crazy. Okay. But Dark Twisted Fantasy, runaway best album of that year, no question.
I'm agree with you 100%. I'm gonna go with Kanye, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I just think it was it was like a modern day Chronic to me, just of that time where you got a producer, he got some of the illest people to all get on tracks and they just killed it. Straight movie soundtrack score, Sazy type, just dope. They all went to Hawaii. It was crazy. They killed it. But a distant number 2, like down number 2, was Rick Ross Teflon Don. I thought that was hard.
At this point, you could literally say Rick Ross had probably the second best album of the next couple of years.
He was on.
He's on that run. Now he's on a heater.
He was on a run. Oh man, 2011. What you got, Phil? 2011.
Take care. Take care. Take care, bro. I mean, let's not play around with this here. Take care, bro. Stop, man. Stop it, man. Take care. Take care, bro. We not even gonna play them games.
The Drake.
Take care,
the
man.
Drake fandom has came out.
Take care. And listen. You can call it the fandom if you want. Nigga, that album was remarkable.
I will say, Take Care is the first Drake album that I
Right.
like, not songs. The first Drake album I like.
Really?
The whole album. I didn't like the debut one. I thought it was a little.
That shit was pretty dope. You
I,
talking about?
I liked
you talking about,
Thank Me Later. I like that.
Nah.
I thought Think Me Later was light. You talking about that mixtape one that they turned into an album?
the first one,
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, or something.
That's
That was good, but that wasn't really an album though. That was a mixtape.
So Far Gone.
So Far Gone.
I mean,
was the
Yeah, So Far Gone.
Yeah,
then
Thank Me Later.
Thank
I
Me
like
Later is the
it.
first album.
Think Me Later was a
Thank
little
Me Later was
disappointing.
dope.
It was a little light to me.
Thank Me Later
It was a little
was
light.
dope.
It was a little light. Take Care is where I was like, yeah, I like this album.
Okay.
But it's not my favorite album of that year. It's number 2. My favorite album of the year is by far, coming right off that wave of My Dark Twisted Fantasy, was Watch the Throne with Jay-Z and Kanye.
I got that as my number 2.
Destroyed it. They destroyed it sonically, bars, concepts, everything. The album was crazy. It's crazy because I don't feel like that album is appreciated how it should be, man. Just within history. That album was crazy to me.
I got a crazy take on that album later on with one of the other questions that you asked.
Okay. All right.
Where you at with
I got-
2011?
I'm at Watch the Throne, and then I also had on there once again my boy 103.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, every year, Jeezy.
Man.
Whatever Jeezy drop.
No, but like I told you,
103 was tough. I like
but like I
103
told you, 06, the year we did. Inspiration was cool, but it that year I felt like it wasn't a lot of music. That was my best of, that I experienced.
I ain't mad at that. What about 2012?
Ah, man, I'm torn
So
with this one.
I have to say this, right? And I wish this would be one of my dreams come true as a fan. I want the Yellow album to be able to be streamed by Dom Kennedy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's mixtape, so it never got cleared. All the features on there, all the samples and all that, it never was cleared. So you won't find it on any of the major streaming platforms. When I tell you this sounds like an album, it sounds like an album and not a mixtape. So I'll say that. Like, but that year, 2012, let's see, outside of that, I'm going with I gotta go with Good Kid, Mad City. That's my top. But I also want to mention 2 Chainz, Based on a True Story.
This one was tough. I will say I do like God Forgives, I Don't. That's one of the top albums that came out that year. And I also like Good Kid, Mad City a lot. But my number 1 album of 2012 is Nas' Life is Good.
Wow.
I thought Nas' Life is Good was great.
Wow.
I thought Nas' Life is Good was great. I love that. That's a nice album. I love that album.
I went with I had to be a tie, man. Good Kid, Mad City versus Life is Good.
Oh, come on.
Good Kid, Mad City, man. No, real rap. Good Kid, Mad City is one of the most well put together albums that blends songs with skits and takes you on an actual ride. That album is remarkable from start to finish.
It's a movie.
It is literally a movie, and the way that it plays out, it gives the feel of like one of the older albums where the skits piece the rest of the album together so beautifully. Life is Good to me was, I think, a kind of like a throwback to a great creative album from Nas. He had a lot of different sounds and did a lot of different things on this album. But that's where I was. I couldn't choose between either of those, man. But I think Good Kid, Mad City is probably the most impactful album on that list. May not be the best, but it's the most impactful album on that list of that year.
All right. 2013.
Nothing was the same.
I'm with you on that, Phil. I gotta go with
Nothing
that.
was the
I
same.
gotta go with that.
Oh, we agree. We all
I'ma
agree.
go
That's
with that.
unanimous.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'ma go with that.
But Nothing Was the Same was my favorite. But
Right.
I did like Magna Carta, Holy Grail from Jay-Z, and I also like Born Sinner.
Underrated.
Yeah,
Underrated
and I
album.
like
Yeah.
and I like Born Sinner from J. Cole. But Nothing Was the Same was the best album to me that year.
Yeah,
I'm about to go
Another
down
would
with
say was a guy that like I had Magna Carta on here too. I'm a Dom fan. I like Get Home Safely out of the
Okay.
album he dropped. But yeah,
All
nothing
right.
was the same.
All right, 2014.
Oh, this is an easy one.
I think it's easy for me too.
To me, it's Forest Hills Drive.
That's what I got.
Absolutely.
It's Forest Hills Drive. That's easy.
Unanimous. Yeah, that was.
That's easy, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't even close to me. 2014 Forest Hills. I remember when this album came out, I was playing that heavy,
Yeah.
like back to back to back. I remember being on. I remember being taking flights. That was my go-to album to listen to when I was flying somewhere. Like to me, that was J. Cole's first album where he got it. Like he got it all the way, like album-wise, not just songs.
Yeah.
I'm like he figured it out. He just
Yeah.
he stopped
Yeah.
trying to do
Yeah.
extra stuff. He stopped trying to make radio songs.
It's more introspective.
Yeah.
It's a little more introspective on this album.
He just took it home and he got it. But I'm gonna give some love to the underground this year. DJ Premier and Royce da 5'9", they dropped the album called Prime, which was crazy. And then even more underground than that, Sky Zoo and Touré dropped the album called Barrel
Listen,
Brothers, which was hard.
we talked about, was this like, because I noticed like this is the big, now mind you, I'm late to the party, but this kind of started like a crazy run of Sky Zoo, man.
He actually started before this.
But I'm
way
saying,
before this.
like
Yeah.
Sky Zoo's like,
He dope. He been
it's
putting in
like,
work. He been putting in
I
work.
saw some things that I was like, let me go back and check that out.
Yeah. No, he got some joints.
Man, listen.
Oh, he got like a bunch of projects that was all dope. He
Sky
was nice.
Zoo
He been nice
is,
for a minute.
Sky Zoo is literally, I mean, can we say he's the new age like Redman? Like he's literally like never fails.
Yeah.
So underrated, man. Shout
Yeah.
out to Sky Zoo.
Him and Touré been dope, man. They got some. That's a dope New York hip hop boom bap type album. All right, we got 2015. Oh, did you go? Dion?
Yeah, I went.
Okay,
That was unanimous.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah, oh yeah,
unanimous. Forest Hill
yeah.
Drive.
Forest Hill Drive.
Yeah.
Forest Hill Drive. 2015.
I'm gonna give it up to this album, although I do not like it. I don't know why.
Yo,
I don't listen.
Come on, man.
I want to go on record as the saying.
You're gonna
I don't,
give it up to him, but you don't like it.
I do not fucking get this album, the hype around it. I
Wow.
don't. This was just a very good feel good time for us at a moment where
Wow.
he gave an anthem. I'm gonna give it to Pimp a Butterfly is obviously the biggest album of that particular time. I've listened to it 50 times, and I just don't get it. But
Yo.
I understand it happened. I understand the critical acclaim, the reverence that everybody has for this album. Apparently, this is his best album to people. So I'm not gonna act like it didn't happen. I mean, but close second. Once again, the game.
The Game.
The game. Once again.
Which one? Which album was 2015?
Documentary 2.5.
Oh, that was hard. That was
Okay.
hard.
just saying.
That joint was hard.
I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna hold you. I do like that. But to me, I disagree with you. The Pimp a Butterfly was it for me.
Yeah.
It was just so different.
Yep.
It had a message. The sound of it was just so different for that age group of artists at the time.
Yeah.
Like he pushed the envelope. He was like dared to be different, and I got it. I felt the vibe. I felt the message. I felt it all, man. He just went completely left creatively, and I was with him at the time. I felt it completely, man.
Yeah.
To Pimp a Butterfly was a great piece of work, man.
That's
I
what got
respect
too.
it. I respect it. I just moving on. I'm not like I said. Listen, I'm you know I'm
And
gonna
it's
be honest with you.
it's my
Yeah.
personal favorite
Yeah.
Kendrick album.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with
I
you.
love
I'm
it.
not gonna act like
Yeah.
it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I can't just ignore everything around me and be like, "Oh, the album sucked." It didn't suck.
yeah.
I just didn't think it was, all that. But
Right.
I can't just ignore, the groundswell around this album,
Right.
man. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm with the Pimp a Butterfly too. I think this album too, where Rhapsody started to come into the picture a little bit more.
Rhapsody's
too,
dope.
With
Rhapsody
this
did
feature,
drop
that,
featured
yeah.
on this
I
album.
saw
so
that.
yeah, so I think this, but yeah, to Pimp a Butterfly. Me too. I like sonically how it sounded, how it flowed. Just the storytelling, everything. I like the way it comes on.
Yeah.
Like, at the top.
Every nigga is a star.
You know, I'm
This is the nigger album all over again.
I'm back on my folk kick.
This is the nigger album all over
Man,
again.
that joint is hard.
This is the
man.
nigger album. This is
That
the
joint
untitled
is-
album.
That joint is hard. All right, 2016.
I tapped out on this year.
So, yeah.
I did, honestly, fellas. I don't have an entry for this year. This was, I got stumped. Go ahead, Hart.
And I'm not mad at you because I went through the same thing as well. However, Cole did drop this year, For Your Eyes Only. And that was something I sat with and kind of consumed and processed. And it was something that was for me personally. But other than that, I don't know what was going on in
Hopefully I missed something.
2016.
Because I can't see a whole year. I just can't. Maybe I couldn't remember something.
I do got a couple entries. I do agree this wasn't the greatest year of music to me, but I will say my favorite album of this year was actually A Tribe Called Quest, We Got It From Here. I thought sonically it was super dope. This is the last album with rest in peace to why can't I think of his name? Phife Dawg. Phife Dawg. This was the last album they put together. It was like
I thought Phife Dawg passed a while before.
he passed a while before, but this is the album.
okay.
that had him on there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the album that had it on. But I felt like it was a dope album. Busta Rhymes is featured on a lot of songs. Consequences on a lot of songs. Sonically, I just thought it was dope. It was a surprise album. That's my favorite album of the year. A distant second would be my last Kanye album that I rocked with, The Life of Pablo. I thought that was solid. I thought The Life of Pablo was
my son's
solid.
favorite album right there. He
I
loves
thought that was
album.
solid.
Yeah, I can't knock that. Yeah.
All right, what we got 2017.
This is a pretty
What you got, Hart?
decent
What you got?
year.
What you got?
I got 444, but I also got to mention Rather You Than Me.
Okay, that's a dope album.
Hey,
So,
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at
I'm
you.
going Rather You Than Me. Yeah.
Yeah, once again, Rick Ross entry is not bad at this time. Now, at this point in time, I think it starts to tail off a little bit. Starts to tail off a little bit.
Not Rather You Than Me was
Not Rather You Than Me,
was
though.
solid.
Rather
No,
You Than
I'm
Me.
just saying it starts to tail off after this.
It do get a little.
Starts to get a little. I mean, he's still got giving us bangers, but as far as entire album quality, it starts to tail off a little bit.
I agree with you.
I got Damn. Did you hear that growl? Did you hear that growl? That was an intentional grunt.
He wanted you to hear
Yeah,
that.
we have exact opposite feelings on Kendrick Lamar's second and third album. I think this album's brilliant. I also have Like You Are 444. I got those two. I'm gonna give it to Damn. But I think a lot of people feel like this is one of Jay-Z's best albums, and it's significant because of course it's his last album. So but I got Damn. I got Damn in the driver's seat with 444 in the passenger seat.
I don't think Damn, for the record, I don't think Damn was a whack album. I think Damn was a good album. I just don't feel like Damn is what everybody says it is. I feel like it was good.
Interesting, Gary.
I feel like it was good. It was a good album. I just feel like it was missing something to me. I wanted a little more on Damn, but it was a good album. But my my favorite album of that year of 2017 is Jay-Z 444, hands down. I think that album was needed. It was grown. He was giving game. Musically, it was all no ID production. The timing was great. It was just I just felt like music needed that kind of message at the time from somebody like him. And I felt like everything just aligned and the music was dope. The beats, even though people don't like how his flow changed, he grew into something else. Right. But he was giving a lot of game.
No, God, the game on his album.
Whole
lot.
Yeah. I'm going 444. More of an underground, slept on album that year. I want to give some love to though. Was Sci-Hi the Prince with No Dope on Sundays.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dope shit.
2018.
Easy.
I gotta go with Daytona. I gotta go with Daytona. This was out of that Kanye West super rushed, super short period. Daytona was the highlight of those releases. And on the low, I think I don't know if this is the kind of the start of the run, but Tana Talk 3. I thought Tana Talk 3 was dope.
Okay. I feel like I know what you're gonna go with, T Hart. But go ahead
I
and
know.
say.
Victory Lap.
Oh,
Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
Nipsey Hussle, Victory
I thought you was
Lap.
gonna go somewhere else with that, but okay. I ain't mad at that.
I'm going Nipsey.
I ain't
all
mad
day.
at that. I ain't
Nipsey,
mad.
Victory
Lap.
top to bottom.
Victory Lap was dope. Also, Meek Mill Championships that came
Yeah.
out that year was
I
dope.
got that noted
Love to Meek Mill. Wow. Okay.
But number one is Daytona, Pusha T. To me, like man, it's a short album, but man, that was it. Like him and Kanye nailed that thing like Ghost and Ray to me, man. That was amazing, man. I loved it. Like, man, Pusha T was rapping. Whew, like, like, he was rapping different. I'm gonna go with Daytona, man. Daytona, that was tough. All right, 2019.
Rapper go to the league. 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz. Rapper go to the league. Okay, executive produced by LeBron.
Yeah. That was LeBron was in the studio with it.
Really?
They got a wild meme about that where it's hilarious. where LeBron's in the studio with him and he's like, yo, man, you're gonna add 2 more songs and when it come out. And they was like, oh, yeah, that's dope. And they was like, yo, LeBron, they been doing deluxe albums. Like, he didn't create.
This must have been the time where like LeBron, the LeBron capping on everything.
So look,
that was hilarious.
But it's just a solid piece of work.
It's
another one of them things where storytelling and it got skits in there and all. It's a good listen from top to bottom. I'm a 2 Chainz fan. He got bars. And then alongside that, I also had Born to Rap that year too. So.
Yeah, I got nothing this year. Yeah. I'm sorry, folks.
This was the other year, Phil.
I got nothing. I got a couple years like that. I got nothing, man. I mean, hey, I just nothing stuck with me. I got nothing this year.
I got The Game Born to Rap. The Game Born to Rap was dope. Also, Jim Jones had an album called El Capo that year, which I thought was tough. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the ladies this year, man. Rhapsody Eve. I felt like it was a message. It was cohesive. Like she had purpose with it, and I felt like she delivered her message. So I'm gonna give some love to the ladies. Rhapsody Eve that year is going with my top album. But Born to Rap was tough. Game was rapping his ass
and
off.
And I also want to mention that Dom Kennedy was one of the producers on that.
Kennedy. Oh yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Game brought him in on that.
All right, 2020.
I went with King's Disease in this particular year to start the album that started the run, man. And second place was Burden of Proof.
Yeah.
Second place, Burden of Proof.
I got Burden Proof at the top, and that was a year I listened to Mozzie. I actually like Beyond Bulletproof. I like that. I like that
dope.
listen.
Mozzie dope.
Burden of Proof is
I think 2020 was a dope year in hip hop. And I actually have King's Disease. If I have a top 3, King's Disease is number 3. My number 2 actually that year is Conway the Machine, From King to a God. Griselda ran that year to me. From King to a God is my favorite Conway album, and to me, he was killing it. I love that album. But my number 1 album is Benny the Butcher with Burden of Proof. To me, he nailed it with Hit Boy on that album. Like
they went wild.
Hands down, he
it's a big
killed
year for
it.
Hit Boy.
Oh yeah, yes. He killed that album, man. Between that and King's Disease, he was in the zone. But Burden of Proof, something about that was Benny album right there to me.
Yeah.
That one set him apart that year. What about 2021?
I got nothing.
That was
what?
That was that year.
A major album hold on. A major album came out
in 2021.
Inform me. I missed it. Which one are you talking about?
Nas Magic? You ain't like Nas Magic?
Nah, I got that confused. I confused that.
It came out in December, so it came out at the end of that year.
Okay, well that must be why I must have confused it.
It came out December.
Okay, well I mean that's my easy choice because I love Magic. Okay. But other than that, like there was no other other albums to me.
And that came out right at the end. It did come out in December.
I didn't my research in terms of what I was looking for, it didn't show up. It showed up maybe in 2020, I think 2022.
No, it came out December.
So
December, December.
Well, that's an easy one for me because I love Magic. I thought Magic was dope as fuck.
I'm gonna go with Nas Magic. Nas Magic. Okay. And I agree with you. I was struggling that year until Nas came out at the end of the year. I'm like, oh, finally I got a number 1 album because I was struggling.
I feel like
it wasn't a great year.
Another year too. I feel like Nas did this he was one of them artists that dropped in like December.
Yeah. Well, he's from that old guard, fourth quarter dropper.
Yeah.
He's a fourth quarter guy.
What you
I ain't have nothing. That was that year, 06 and 21.
If it wasn't for Nas, I wouldn't have nothing. Yeah. That wasn't a great year musically for me. What about 2022?
KD3, easy. I thought KD3 in 2022 was dope. If I can recall the succession, KD2 dropped early 2022.
Yeah.
And KD3 came out the end of 2022.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay.
That's a
All
fact.
right. So, yeah.
I'm gonna go with KD3, which I love. That's my number 2 though. I love KD3. I thought it was dope. I think I could have A&R'd that joint and made it a classic for real, for real. But my number 1 album that year is Pusha T. It's Almost Dry. He had the Pharrell do half, Kanye do half. They killed it.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah,
with that.
I like that album. Was hard.
That's a dream. Like, that's crazy. Think about that though. This nigga got access to Pharrell and Kanye, like
Pharrell
to do like whole albums. Like, that's
whole
insane.
album. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna go with
That man blessed.
It's Almost Dry.
I got Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Ooh,
Kendrick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that.
What you say, Bill? I wasn't big on that album. I wasn't big on that.
But so
Trash.
and I look, no, but that still was my top of the year. I say this. One thing I realized as I was reviewing this, and this is just speaking as an artist, I was very intentional about how I started consuming music at one point. So that's another reason why
I can dig it.
I wasn't as explorative as I normally am. By
Okay.
22, 21, all them years, I
You know
was
what?
locked in.
I echo that sentiment because I think
I
this is
was
kind
locked
of
in,
it would
man.
explain like from 2018
Yeah.
through how like it was hard for me to find music. I wasn't seeking music out.
I
at that
wasn't.
point. So I understand that.
Yeah. No, and no pun intended, or no, but like I started to shortcut that. I had to listen to the Concert Crew. I'm for real. I wasn't as explorative.
This
as
might have helped me back then.
Yeah,
man,
and as an
'cause I was
artist,
struggling.
like I was either creating, writing, and just I was consuming what I needed to consume.
You know,
so,
you
but-
know what's weird is that I missed the whole first leg of the Griselda run. Outside from the major projects, like I missed the first leg, so I think that would have probably helped me be more in tune with the start of that whole Griselda run.
Yeah.
Like I was only surface level as far as the releases. Like they had a whole run that I totally missed.
Yeah.
But I wasn't seeking music out at this point, so that I agree with that sentiment.
All right. What we got? 2023.
Listen, I love this album, and it's not my boy. I love Killer Mike's Michael. Jesus Christ, that album was
Yeah.
good. I was not mad when he won the Grammy over KD3. In second place, give me Magic 3. But Michael was brilliant.
I'm agree with you, man. I'm gonna go with Killer Mike Michael. I think that was the best album of that year, man. That album was dope. Killer Mike Michael for sure.
And well, that year I honestly didn't have anything. Obviously, it's going to sound biased, but More Love came out. I dropped that year, and like I said,
Oh, yes,
I
you
wasn't. I'm for real. Like I wasn't. I was very intentional about what I consumed. So for me, I'm listening to stuff that really inspired me. So it could have been something from 2011, 16. It ain't matter. So, but I didn't have anything that year, though. Honestly, I didn't have anything. 23. Right.
All right. 2024.
I got nothing. I distinctly remember this year. I wasn't.
It's getting new.
Yeah. This year I wasn't really. Nah, I wasn't. It was a. You know what I was listening to? This was the rise of like that Detroit rap, like all of that, all of like the T Grizzlies and all of that, and I was just totally turned off, man. Like I was just totally turned off from that music. So it was a bad year for me. So I got nothing.
I'm gonna go with Common and Pete Rock, the Auditorium Volume 1. That some more hip hop type joint. MC and producer, man. I like that joint. That joint was dope. Anything for you?
Well, what year? We in 23?
2024.
24. I'm gonna go with GNX. Kendrick.
Oh, GNX. I ain't mad at GNX.
Kendrick. I'm gonna go with that.
I'm gonna go GNX is in.
That wasn't trash. Phil. That wasn't
GMX.
No, it wasn't trash.
GNX wasn't trash.
But by default, that would be it. But I was
True
like,
that.
I'm gonna
I
keep
get
mine
it.
as nothing because like
I get it.
nothing really grabbed me, to be
I get
honest
it.
with you, man. That wasn't a good year for me.
All right, in 2025.
Let God Sort Him Out or Cabin in the Sky. To me, that's I think I like Cabin in the Sky that much.
Cabin number 5 was 3 on your top 5 of the year. You changed that quick?
No, I just when I thought about it, I said because think about it. A lot of people would rate Nas's album as a disappointment. This is a totally different criteria that we're using here. We're using best albums, right? So by all accounts, Nas' album would be considered a disappointment. So I can't act like that's not the sentiment. That's the sentiment. Clearly, Let God Sort Him Out is the breakout album of the year. Like it was expected to be dope. It was dope. As a matter of fact, it was expected to be good, and it ended up being great. Cabin in the Sky, I don't know if there was any expectation with it, but geez, that motherfucker delivered. That album was fucking good, man. So I got them two.
I ain't mad at that, but to me, it was clearly Clip's Let God Sort Him Out. To me, is by far the best album of 2025. It stood out ahead of any other album to me. It wasn't close to me.
And I got Clips that year too as a top. Obviously, Wale dropped later that year. I like that too. Also, I gotta mention, man, I was surprised by Slick Rick, the Victory, because that came out
Good solid
first, I
album.
believe. Yeah, I was very
that kicked
surprised.
it off. That kicked off
and
the
I
Legends
actually,
Have It.
yeah, and I actually watched the actual 30-minute or
Oh, yeah,
however.
the
I actually
digital,
watched.
the video
visual was
album,
dope,
yeah.
but the music was also solid. It was.
It was a dope albums that came out that year. I liked Supreme Clientele 2. I thought that was good. I liked
the entire Mass Appeal year.
I definitely Raekwon was dope. I like that Mobb Deep album, The Infinite. So it was dope. It was other dope albums that came out. I love Conway, You Can't Kill God with Bullets. So it was dope albums that came out that year. But to me, the Clips, was hands down, just
Top.
better than everything
Shout
else.
out to the Clips, man.
All right, man, that is
Dope project.
2000 to 2025, the
Yep.
first half of this 21st century, man. That's the first quarter of the 21st century. All right, let's get down to some tough stuff.
This ain't all that tough, though. This ain't all that tough. This ain't all that tough.
All right, so we gave our favorite albums of every year of the first 24th century. So let's get a little let's get a little tougher. Let's condense this thing. Top 10 albums of the 21st century. Let's go backwards. Let's
Not
go
hard at all.
10 to 1.
10 to 1.
Now that makes it hard.
We need numbers too.
That makes it hard. That makes
Not
it
just
hard.
giving it 10. Let's put them in. Let's number them.
I sequence mine that way.
Yeah, let's sequence them.
I
Come on, let's
didn't
get
sequence.
let's
Give me a
get
second.
difficult.
I'm good on the spot.
Let's get
Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
You ready?
Go ahead.
All right.
And you can have a couple honorable mentions if you want. If you feel like an
Okay.
album that didn't make the cut, but you feel like it's noteworthy to throw in there, you can throw it in there.
Got you. All right, so like I said, I'm going with Rich Boy at 10, man.
Wow.
I'm going with Rich Boy at 10.
Wow.
Top the first quarter.
You gonna make me go back and check this out, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
like
check
that
out
album.
Rich Boy.
You gotta remember, Good Things is on that album. He just got a lot of records. Like he's speaking. Yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think for sure.
Okay.
I got Good Kid, Mad City at 9. Rapper Go to the League 8. Deeper Than Rap 7.
You can say why too.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean,
Okay, all right.
You said Rich Boy number 10.
Rich Boy number 10. Just because, like, from top to bottom, like I said, Rich Boy is really he's really talking on that album. Like I said, I think a lot of people, when you hear him, it's just the accent and all that. But even it's an energy to it, it's a mood to it, just like any other album or any other artist. But it's something that I could listen to. It's a song on there. I think Les Ball at the end where he talk about all his homies in the streets. Like he's there with it. Like that's why he at top 10. I mean, my 10 out of 10. You got Good Kid, Mad City at 9. Kendrick. Just the storytelling and also too. I'm picking the albums like it's more so just how they connected with me.
Okay.
But we all know Kendrick. This Good Kid, Mad City is just a solid piece of work. Rapper Go to the League. I just love this album. I just love how it comes on. I love 2 Chainz flow. Just different. Like I'm an artist, someone who I gotta hear a variety of things, and he gives me what I need on this album. Then I have Deeper Than Rap. I just
Deeper Than Rap was tough.
man, Magnificent, Usual Suspects. Like I say, Rich Off Cocaine is probably one of my favorite songs, and I ain't even a drug dealer or none of that. But Homie on the Hook, and just when you talk about sonically, musically, and laying music, it's just a great feel. You know what I mean?
I remember.
Song.
He came to the Riverfront to perform, and he performed Magnificent, and DJ Khaled was his hype man before DJ Khaled took off, before DJ Khaled really blew up.
And I also seen him, Rick Ross. I don't even know how I came across this show, but he was at the Doubletree in Claymont.
He was at the Double. Matter of fact, time out. It was at the Doubletree when I seen him. But DJ Khaled was his hype man.
Yeah,
DJ,
he was there.
It was the
When was this? What year is this?
Man,
whatever year like that came out.
Yeah.
He was at the Doubletree.
Yeah.
My uncle was DJing
In
it,
Claymont.
so I was on the stage, and and DJ Khaled was his hype man.
At Claymont.
Word at Claymont. That's where it was. It wasn't the Riverfront. It was Doubletree.
Right
It
across
sure
from
was.
Tri-State Mall.
Yep, I was there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You good? Then I got Victory Lap. I mean, I'm just a huge Nipsey fan, man. Shout out to Sap. You know what I mean? Produced the first track, Victory Lap, the opening banger right there. Million While You Young just talks to me. Man, I could just go on all day. Dedication with Kendrick on here. Real Big. Marsh Ambrosius. You got Double Up with Dom Kennedy. That's kind of self-explanatory for me. Then I got Blueprint. I got Blueprint.
The number is the Blueprint?
Blueprint is, let me see where I'm at, because I am moving a little quick. I got Blueprint at 5.
Okay.
Nipsey was at 6. Blueprint 5. Get Rich or Die Trying. 4. Young Jeezy 101. 3. Jadakiss Kiss of Death. 2.
Wow.
The Clips Lord Willing at 1.
Wow.
Lord Willard is the greatest album of the 25th century.
But I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell
y'all why. How I'm evaluating is I really went with the stuff where I know I listened to it, and I can go back and easily be like, yeah, I remember. Like, I don't want the stuff where I don't really remember what was on it. I want the albums that I truly listen to.
Well, listen, if you listen to it, you know.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question, because before Let God Sort 'Em Out came out, this album that recently came out, my favorite Clips album was Hell Have No Fury. So you still like
I didn't like Hell Have No Fury
really?
like that. I didn't.
Wow.
I don't. That was the one with no. I think that was to the casket
Keys Open
drops.
Doors. Yeah, that was after that.
At
Yeah,
Popeyes.
but Hell Have No
I think
Fury.
they had Popeyes on it.
Popeyes was till Casket Drop. That's the one. with the camp.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, no shade, but like I can't even place certain
And that plays a
songs,
big
like,
part.
because
That
I
plays a
ain't
big
really.
part.
I'm telling you, I'm one of them people where, like, if I hear something, if I ain't ready to move on, I ain't ready to move on.
I mean, Grinding was one of the biggest songs of that time. But wow.
I mean, even you got tracks like I'm Not You on there with Jadakiss on it, like.
Okay.
It just all together.
Look, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at it.
Those are just my reasons. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this next. I'm gonna go with my honorable mentions, and these are 3 tough honorable mentions. I wish I could put them in my top 10, but I can't. I'm sorry. Young Jeezy, Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101. Ah, man, Atlanta, I'm sorry. I wanted to. I love that album. That album is special to me, but I couldn't fit it in over none of these other albums. Jay-Z 444 is another honorable mention. I love that album, but I'm just going to let this one sit out. And then J. Cole 24 Forest Hill Drive. I love that album, but I couldn't fit it in my top 10. Number 10, that album that Phil hates. Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly, man. I think that album was great. I think musically it was a game changer. I like him taking risks. I like that he took chances on there, and I was all for it, man. To Pimp a Butterfly is a beautiful album, man. Creative, his most creative album to me. I loved it. Number 9 is Kanye West, Graduation. Kanye was just flexing, man. At this point, it was just like I know I'm better. I know I'm on another level. Like, y'all can't see me. I'm a culture changer right now. I'm changing the culture. And 50, it don't matter how big your music is, you ain't better than me, man. Like, nobody could touch him. Kanye was just that dude at the time. But number 8, I'm gonna go with your boy Drake. Take Care, man. Take Care to me. Take Care was a big album. It was versatile because it showed his rapping. He had the pop crossover song, but it was still great.
Right.
Then he had like the bars type songs with the like hip hop beats. It was real versatile. He showed like he was able to do it all, and that was the best album to me that Drake ever released was Take Care. To me, he nailed Take Care. I was completely satisfied with that. Number 7, this is for the hip hop heads, man. Beats, Rhymes, Common's first best album to me. B, number 7. B is just that one to me. B, he just killed it, and that's what I need to hear at the time.
I'm gonna get a little more familiar with that.
It's great. Number 6,
it's dope.
Number 6, man, this is a rapper in a zone right here. He said he was just making up words that rhyme, and you can't even tell. That's how good it was. I'm gonna go with Ghostface Killah, Supreme Clientele. It was like when you in a zone. The definition is when like you in a zone with beats and rhymes, and it's just you can say whatever and it's gonna sound hot. That's Supreme Clientele. Ghostface put the woo on his back with this, and he just carried it into the 2000s.
Out of nowhere, too.
Because he was killing it, man. Number 5, Kanye West, Late Registration. Hold on. Time out. I ain't even say Late Registration. I take that back.
Hold on, what?
I take that back.
What year?
I gotta take back my 2005. I'm sorry. I gotta take back my 2000. So that means 2005 was even a better year.
Yeah, it was a good
because
year.
I picked Common B. I got picked Common B, but I gotta take that back because Kanye West Late Registration dropped. So it was a lot of great albums that dropped in that year.
You had a lot.
I would even argue and say Late Registration is better than the documentary. I wouldn't be mad if somebody said that. I'm gonna stick with my choice though.
I'm gonna go with Late Registration for that year, but for my top 5, I'm gonna go with Late Registration, Kanye West. I mean, I'm talking about coming off of the College Dropout, which was a classic to me. Late Registration, musically, sonically, production-wise, I don't care if he had ghostwriters or not. It was great. I remember being down south with a group of people from all over the country, and that was one of them albums that everybody liked. Mm-hmm. No matter where you was from, everybody was feeling Late Registration, and he leveled up. Even though College Dropout is a classic to me, the Late Registration, he took it to a whole new level with everything. Yeah. Number 4. A Nuclear Bomb, man. Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent.
Yeah.
The album was hard, man. It was everywhere. It changed the game. Big songs, big anthems. 50 couldn't miss.
Yeah.
He was in the zone. He was in the zone, shook the game. Number 3, Watch the Throne. Jay-Z and Kanye West, man, I'm telling you, sonically, beats, rhymes, they was going back and forth. It was just a great. I think I still to this day say Watch the Throne was slept on, man. Cause I think it was a great album, musically, lyrics, everything. They was locked in at that point. They was locked in with each other creatively. And then if I'm gonna go with Watch the Throne to me was a continuation of my second album, which is Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Okay. And My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was just great, just sonically great. Kanye West. I mean, it was like a movie score to me. It was just great. All the features, he brought everybody to Hawaii, and he just nailed it, man. It was just like he was coming off of his singing albums, and I was like, I don't know, man. Auto-tunes, 808 on Heartbreaks, that wasn't my look. But well, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was it. And number 1, Jay-Z, The Blueprint. I feel like no album had more babies than after Jay-Z dropped The Blueprint. It felt like everybody was trying to take the sound. Everybody was trying to take his flow. Lil Wayne, T.I., Fab. It was a whole bunch of Jay-Z babies. And this was the album to me where he like stuck the flag in the ground and he was like, I'm that dude. And here's the body of work to prove it. I remember when that album came out. I remember it came out like 3 weeks early, bootlegs. It was crazy, man. The Blueprint, to me, is my favorite album of the 21st century, man. There we go.
Honorable mentions, man. Some strong honorable mentions, man. Graduation. I feel like I could honestly go with any of that four album Rick Ross run. I want to give Ross a shout out, man, because that run was pretty damn good as far as the quality of music. I got Magic, The Fix. I can't ignore T.I. with King.
Is this a top 10 or?
No, this is honorable mention.
Okay.
An American Gangster. That's a personal favorite. At 10, I got to go Forest Hills Drive, man. The album means something to me. I just think the cohesiveness of the album, you can see J. Cole coming of age, his everything merged together well. I love that album. At 9, I got Take Care. It was the beginning of, the run. Like at this point, he nailed this album. I thought this album was crazy. It's got some far left type of music on there, but it just hit Marvin's Room. Like that style, man, is crazy. Amen. Then at number 8, give me KD3, man. I just thought that was just a monster album, man. And it's just, that run still won't get the credit that it deserves, man. 6 albums in 3 years. And I mean, just flooding the market with music. This was one of the better ones in that run. KD3 was a monster. 7, the Black Album. This is really, to me, Jay-Z just, I think he was flexing on this, man. I think he literally flexed on this album because when you play this album, it's just a banger.
Remember, he's supposed to retire at this
it's
originally.
A banger, man. Yeah. So he, like that, if this was his retirement album, this would have been incredible. Then I'm gonna go with number 6. Give Rich or Die Trying, man. That's self-explanatory. Like I said, there is no bigger debut by an artist. Period. You can break that category down in terms of a few things. When you're talking about just a masterpiece of work, this might not be it. When you talk about anticipation, it may not be it. But impact.
It was it.
He tore New York apart. He tore the country apart.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody was on pause when Curtis dropped. It was a wrap. Number 5, I'm going with The Blueprint, bro. This was just beautiful, man. And once again, I got to put the disclaimer on it. I didn't like this man at this time. I didn't like him. This album, to be honest with you, like you said, changed the trajectory of music, man. This style right here. This was beautiful, man. Like this is hip hop, but it's a different kind of hip hop. This was brilliant. This shit was brilliant right here. Number 4, this was a wild ride right here, man. Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City gives me, I don't know if it's fans of De La Soul and De La Soul is dead, but if you could remember how the skits on that album pieced the album together. Also, Only Built for Cuban Links. That was another one where the skits just blended so beautifully with the music. This was another one, man. This is literally a movie. Like it don't get no better than this.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kendrick, man. Good Kid, Mad City. Definitely one of the top albums of the 21st century. Number 3, my favorite Drake album, man. Nothing Was the Same.
Wow, Overtake
Yeah,
Care.
this is so much better than Take Care.
Wow, really?
He's
Okay.
rapping
So
on this.
much better.
He
Wow.
is rapping on
He's
this
also singing
motherfucker.
too, but go ahead.
He is rapping on this
Doing more
motherfucker.
singing on that album, but go ahead. Though. Go ahead.
Okay, you might want to go.
Doing a lot of harmonizing, but just
You
go
might
ahead.
want to go back and listen. The album starts off with a napalm.
It do.
It's-
I
bro,
love that album.
Tuscan Leather, when
Yeah.
Tuscan Leather comes on,
That's the
and you get the 3 different beat changes, and he go dumb on all 3 beats.
I like that Whitney joint that
Bro.
he flipped on there too. That was hard.
Nothing was the same.
Okay.
We got number 2, Supreme Clientele. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Supreme Clientele is just a masterpiece of a rapping album, man. Sonically, it was super cohesive. I don't even know what the fuck he was doing on it. It just, this motherfucker
He don't
was
even
saying
know.
like,
He don't even know. He's
cereal, be real, super duper capital. Nigga, I thought he was spitting.
He said he was making words.
Nigga, listen, how brilliant is that though?
Right.
Because we know that no other Ghostface album sounds like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not to say Ghost don't have dope albums, but they don't sound like this.
Right.
So this album, man, my God. And the number 1 album to me of the 21st century, man, is Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay. All right.
Listen, this album's special. I think it is, to me, this is the magnum opus of like the stadium sound music. Ironically, the same guy created the soundscape for One of Your, which is another stadium type of, sonically stadium music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Dark Twisted Fantasy is just, it's mean, bro. It's mean. The music on it, man, is just is composed. It's like, I think of this like more as it's composed well. It's like this nigga is the conductor, and he's just this shit is brilliant, man. Dark Twisted Fantasy, #1 album of the 21st century.
Wow. Okay. A lot of different directions we went with our top tens, but I ain't mad at it. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of music, man.
Yes.
In 25 years, different stuff, different albums touched each one of us differently, man.
I'll say this, that I think that out of my top 10, these 10 albums are still in heavy rotation.
Mine too.
Yeah,
Heavy
Mine
rotation.
too.
And that's part
Mine
of
too.
my selection
Mine
too. It's like the ones that I really know.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I could even go past top 10. I probably got like a top 15 that
Yeah,
of
absolutely,
like
for
at
sure.
least maybe top 20 that are still
sure.
like
These are-
some of my favorite albums. Like,
These are some of the best albums of all time to
Absolutely.
me. To me,
Right.
Supreme Clientele is one of
Right.
the greatest albums.
I agree.
Blueprint is one of the greatest
I agree.
albums. Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of the greatest albums.
I agree.
Good Kid, Mad City. Like, these are some of the greatest albums. So this century has churned out
Yes.
some timeless hits,
yes,
man.
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, these are some of my favorite albums still in rotation. I still go to these sometimes and
Yeah.
I want to hear certain joints. Like it was, these were some of them ones, man, that
sure.
I can still throw on today, man. So definitely, man, a lot of dope music that came out in 25 years. 25 years is a long time, but a lot of dope music
Yeah.
that came out in 25
That's a
years.
lot.
Yeah.
Word, for sure. All right, so we gave love to hip hop. We gotta give a little love to R&B too. R&B came out. We're not gonna go as deep into the R&B. I know everybody's so gangster now, but don't act like y'all listen to R&B.
We can't. You'll see why, though. There's a lack of quality. Let's keep it a bean.
So we're gonna shorten it to make it a little tougher. First of all, let's just talk about R&B period in the 21st, first 25 years of the 21st century. I know, Phil, you got a take on R&B in its turn. So what do you want to say?
I have a specific gripe, man, as far as R&B. I think the newer music has bended and melted the genre so much that it's almost erased pure R&B music, man. So R&B is taking a hit. There's not very many quality R&B musics. I know, at least in the 2020s, to be honest with you. R&B seems to have just died, and I think, to me, and I'll die on this hill, I think R. Kelly killed R&B.
Explain for those that ain't heard this theory.
I just think that when R. Kelly kind of abandoned the pure R&B, man, for a more popular form of music, he was the leader, and everybody followed the leader. He went for a more popular form, man, a more universally accepted. Then he started to do a lot of almost rapping. It went from pure singing to this kind of melodic sing-songy. I don't know. It just went too far off the beaten path, man. And here we are right now. So that's my take on R&B music, man. It's not, and with my list of R&B albums, you'll kind of see the vast difference in what I consider R&B as opposed to what's been coming out.
I got you.
Okay. All right. What you got? We're gonna go top 5 R&B. What you got?
I got Voodoo, man. Voodoo, of course, from the great
What number is that?
D'Angelo. Voodoo to me would be number 5.
Okay.
I got at number 4, coming from where I'm from, Anthony Hamilton.
Okay. Right.
Okay. I like it.
Big time fan of Anthony
I
Hamilton
like it.
in that album.
I like
man.
it. I
Big
like
time
it.
fan. Going at number 3 is Who Is Jill Scott? I love that album. I love Jill Scott, period, man. Shout out to Jilly from Philly. Number 2, I gotta say this. Kind of a toss up. I gotta throw Music Soul Child in
Wow.
there.
Okay.
Just Listen.
Okay.
Yeah, I was-
Just Listen was nuclear for me. I think these two kind of merge in that particular time. Just Listen, who is Jill Scott, music, what's that era, Carl? What we
Neo
call it?
soul?
That neo
Neo
soul
soul,
era.
yeah.
In the early 2000s was major, man. I think that produced some insane
Yeah.
R&B music. And the number one, of course, I think would be Confessions. Confessions would be number one for me, just off of magnitude and scale alone. That's a monster R&B album.
Yeah.
Mine, actually, it's some R&B albums, and it's funny because I don't listen to them as much anymore. But during this time, it was albums that I listened to a lot. But I'm gonna go with number 5. I agree with you, Phil. I'm gonna go with Who is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds, Volume 1. To me, I'm a big Jill Scott fan, and that was her first debut album. And she only gets
beautiful,
and
man.
her whole discography is great. But
Bro, that shit is beautiful, man.
But that set the tone for where I thought she was going with it afterwards, and she killed it to me. But I'm gonna go with her first one as my number 5. Just soul sound raw, but she was like free at the same time. It was just different. I just loved it.
so warm.
I just loved what she did.
Jill make you feel all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
Number 4. Another Kanye protege. I feel like he came in quietly.
I know where you're going with
but
this.
put a major dent with his sound, plays the piano. John Legend, Get Lifted, to me was crazy. I mean, he had big songs. He had the voice. He played the piano. Like, it was just overall, I mean, So High, Ordinary People.
Right.
Like, he just...
He had a great presentation.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Like, he
was clean, too.
It was
Clean
very
presentation.
clean. It was very clean. He had a great voice. It was just, he had the like grown gentleman type, grown man type look. And it just worked. It was a great album. It just sounded great. Number 3, another one you picked, Phil, D'Angelo Voodoo, man. To me, it was like a big jam session, man. And I loved Brown Sugar, his first album. And he just went to another level. It was like they just turned the mic on and him and his band and Questlove, they just rocked out.
Yeah.
And they just came up with some dope songs and a dope sound. It was really like a jam session album.
Yeah.
And they just had some singles too. But it was, D'Angelo was a game changer. He really had, it was really no way to really kind of box him in. He kind of just was a free soul, man, and just kind of just did his thing. Number 2, it's going to be controversial,
I
man.
know
It's
it.
going to be controversial.
But before you say it, I understand.
This is going to be
I understand.
controversial.
I just couldn't go there.
But based off of when it dropped, I'm going by the music. When this dropped, people almost forgot that this man had a tape out that wasn't a good look. But when he came back with the Chocolate Factory, man, look. R. Kelly, when he came back with the Chocolate Factory, undeniable. Undeniable musically, it was great. I mean, some people turn their head. Hey, I was in a different space when that came out in the early 2000s. So I wasn't as mature.
What space was that?
I mean, I wasn't as mature as I was
Right.
now. So I was in the music, and musically the album was great.
That
And I'm
is,
not
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here in front on it. Like
Yeah.
and before that, Phil, he was coming with more hip hop sounding music. I felt like he kind of took that back to the R&B essence more on that album. Chocolate Factory was tough, man. It is what it is. Number 1, Usher Confessions, man. Usher Confessions, it was that one.
Yeah.
Like, he had everything you got. He had everything you needed. He had the big massive club song.
Yeah.
He had all the R&B slow jam type songs. He had the party songs. He had the great writing, the great production. It was just like everything worked. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just. Matter of fact,
Superstar. He rocket pack to his back.
Yeah, that single,
Yeah.
word,
Gone.
that single was the biggest song of the first decade of the 2000s. It was the biggest song of the first decade of 2000. Like, Confessions was just everywhere. Like, Usher nailed it, man. He nailed that one.
thing is a staple.
He nailed it.
He's a guy.
He nailed that.
He's a
So that's
megastar.
my top 5. Usher Confessions was crazy.
All right, one of my honorable mentions for top 5. It's fairly recent though, but the impression was there. I was actually not shocked, but it was my first time really giving it a thorough listen, that would be Tiana Taylor's The Album. I really enjoyed that from top to bottom. Like I really enjoyed that album, but
I enjoy her.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
she-
she.
Hey, Tiana. Congratulations on your Golden Globe Award.
She did win that. So I got Who Is Jill Scott at 5.
Okay.
Just the whole neo soul type vibe. Easily, it's kind of self-explanatory. Then I got Get Lifted. I'm with you, Carl. I got Get Lifted at 4 for John Legend, Ordinary People, all of those hits. He got a couple hits on it.
Hits.
And I'm gonna show the ladies some love. This Destiny Child, Destiny Fulfilled. Man,
That was a
at
dope
3,
album.
man.
Yeah.
I rock with that album.
Yeah.
I rock
Yeah,
with that
man,
album. I like it.
You talking Destiny's Child? Then I mean, what more can you say?
That was my favorite album. From that album
What
was
more can you
I thought
say?
the album was a little slept on, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
And the only reason I consumed that, shout out to my sister. So my sister played that a lot. So I heard it a lot, like
You
by
was forced to-
default too.
you was
Like
forced-
you gotta hear it.
you got
But
force-fed.
It was good though, man.
Destiny Fulfilled was
good,
dope.
man.
I ain't mad. It was a dope album.
Then I got Life Jennings, man, at 2.
Listen.
Yeah, his
I
first
took that
debut
into
album,
strong
man.
consideration.
I got that, man. Like
Shout out to Life Jennings,
He
man.
touched
Life was
everything on that album, man. Like everything. Just he
What
pushed
year
it
did
with
that come out? If anybody can remember, what year is that?
Oh,
I know that was beginning.
Oh, 04. It was 04.
Yeah.
I
Once
thought it was
again,
a
once
little-
again,
yeah.
the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah,
again,
you're
that,
right.
that's that era, man.
Yeah,
was,
you're right. All that was early.
man.
And I think you know we back at Confessions again at 1. So yeah.
Yo, shout out to the the first decade of the 2000s, because that was the year of dope R&B to me.
Yeah.
Because it's some albums that I really love. I want to shout out to. I used to rock with Jaheim, and that's still ghetto.
Oh, yeah.
Still
That's dope.
Ghetto was tough, man.
That was dope.
Tough, man.
I'm gonna tell you what didn't make the cut though. It was a
What?
year or two early that I think is still one of my favorite albums ever. It's a great time of my life. Donnell Jones, man. We're
Oh,
all
yeah,
on the
yeah,
block.
yeah.
Jones.
That album.
99.
You know when like certain albums you could pinpoint where your life was and what you was like. I used that album, man, like to my advantage. that album was crazy, man.
Helped you out, huh?
That was a soundtrack for at that point in time, man. Like that, he captured everything, man.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Yeah, I like that. Coming from where I'm from, crazy. Anthony Hamilton's
Yeah, that was my
Anthony
joint.
Hamilton's
that was another
debut.
one.
Yeah, that was my joint right there.
I like Diary of Alicia Keys. Alicia
Another dope
Keys'
one.
second album.
Another
That
dope
joint
one.
was
Okay.
hard. Kind of a newer album a little bit, but still crazy. I like Solange. Seat at the Table.
Yeah,
Like,
is that Cranes
joint
on the
was
Sky?
super
Cranes on-
ridiculously,
yeah.
super ridiculous sleeper.
Now is that the
She
one
don't get
where-
enough credit for that one.
That's the one where Master P was
Master
telling.
P,
Okay, all right,
yeah.
all right, okay.
She don't get
Album,
enough credit for that album.
Album was dope. I'm gonna give a little love to Blue Eye Soul, man, because I was a big fan of this album when it came out. But the evolution of Robin Thicke, if you never heard
Okay.
it, check it out.
Okay, nah, I'm with you on
Very,
that. Yeah, yeah.
very,
I'm gonna
very.
give a shout out to Robin Thicke because his voice. His voice gives
Yo.
you
Yeah.
throwback.
Yo,
His voice feels throwback.
I used to rock out to the evolution of Robin Thicke. That was my joint. And I gotta give love to Beyonce too, man. 4 was I used to love 4 and Lemonade, even though it was
Lemonade.
a female
Okay.
album. Lemonade was
It was impactful.
dope.
Okay.
It definitely
It was impactful.
It definitely was dope. And I was a Neo fan. Early 2000s, I was a Neo fan, and I really liked The Year of the Gentleman. I thought that album was
never a
real
big
grown.
Neo fan.
You never like a big Neo
Nah,
fan?
it
He-
was one album.
I like The Year of the
Never
Gentleman.
was a big
man.
Neo fan. I digress.
But on some newer type stuff, I wasn't mad at an evening with Silk Sonic though, man.
No, not at all.
Whoa.
I think I only listened once.
listen.
I only listened once. I wasn't as because I didn't consume it
Man.
as much. So I wanted to be
That
fair
album felt
with-
good.
That album was good. I
Yeah,
liked
That album felt good. Good catch.
Yeah, somebody
I
told me
like
about
That
Yeah.
album felt,
I
Yeah.
bro.
like that.
That album felt great.
I got a referral.
That
from
and
it.
and now that you say that,
That album was dope.
I
man.
gotta throw another one out there.
What's that?
October London.
Ooh,
Okay, yeah,
October
yeah,
London.
October London joint.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a lot.
Woo!
Yeah.
So I can't. Okay, so I can't.
trying to swing it
totally,
back for you.
I can't totally shit on all of the R&B, but I mean it's few and far between.
Yeah.
But those
Yeah.
few albums, those are
I
standouts.
was a fan of that Silk.
that Silk Sonic was
Probably
delivered.
of the recent albums, that was the best album in probably the last 5 years.
Yeah, that album was awesome.
Yeah.
That album was awesome.
But it was some dope R&B that you gotta find it. But it was some dope
Yeah,
R&B.
yeah.
Anderson .Paak
That's what it
is pretty good,
Anderson
man.
.Paak is
Like,
dope.
I give it to
he
him.
goes back
Anderson
and forth
.Paak is
between
pretty
rapping
dope.
and singing, man.
Right.
Anderson .Paak is dope for sure,
Yeah.
man. But yo, the 21st century is a lot of music that came out. If you was, this might be tough, but if you was to pick like your best artist of the 21st
not
century,
tough
you
at
just
all.
had one.
It's not tough at all.
Not for me either.
I'm gonna give it to Kanye West.
Yo,
Here's
I'm
why.
surprised, Phil, but I'm with you.
Here's why. Here's
I'm
why.
surprised.
If you can trace an artist through 2000, who's responsible for the sound? When you look at his production coupled with him as an actual artist, there's no bigger imprint on music,
Right.
period,
I agree.
than Kanye West. Because
agree.
Kanye West is responsible for the best part of the rock sound.
Yes.
He's responsible for his music in terms of just his overall contribution to music from just his albums, then his influence.
Right.
He's if you don't get Kanye West, you don't get Drake.
That's a
You
fact.
don't get Drake.
You don't get Kendrick.
That's true.
You don't.
get a lot of
You
them.
might get Kendrick
Even
because
J. Cole looked up. J. Cole said he looked up the Kanye.
I can believe J. Cole. You don't get Travis Scott.
No, absolutely.
You don't get you might get Lil Wayne. You might get because
Yeah, no,
regionally that's different.
Lil Wayne was already around. Lil Wayne was
You
already
might
around.
you still might
Yeah,
get Lil
you probably
Wayne,
gonna get
but
one.
for the most part, like you don't get a lot of these guys, man, whose sound can be directly attributed to Kanye West.
I agree.
Yeah, I at first I was leaning more towards Aubrey, but then I thought about it and I was like, nah, you don't get him without Kanye West. He's a direct byproduct of Kanye West.
I agree. Just think about it like this. In my opinion, Kanye West got 4 classics in the 21st century. The College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's his albums. Then he produced major songs on The Blueprint, my favorite album of the 21st century. Then he also did B. He also is responsible for John Legend, which
That's
a lot of
true.
us just mentioned.
That's
Get
true.
Lifted.
Daytona.
Like Daytona.
Watch the Throne.
Watch the
That's
Throne.
true.
Like
That's true.
those are
That's
those are-
easy
those
to
are
me.
top
That ain't
albums.
even-
Kanye West, big major
That's
influence. You got somebody else?
I'm
you think
going.
about?
I'm going with 50 Cent. Now, hear me out. This is not just. I viewed it and took it in as like just art.
period. Just period?
And
Okay.
50 has stayed relevant, ups, downs, all of that. You talk about music, movies, TV, other business ventures and all that. I'm going with 50, and that Get Rich or Die Trying is just, it is what it is. So
Okay.
overall, talking about but I didn't look at it that way though.
I was just going for the music.
through the
I see your angle though. I
through the
see your
music,
angle. I see your
yeah,
angle.
I have no fight
keep it 100.
against that. I got 50.
Even if you factor that in, I'm still going with Kanye just from the simple fact of not only musically, let's factor this in too, Carl. Kanye West affected fashion.
That's a fact.
On
That's
a,
true.
not on a small scale.
That's true.
Not on a medium scale. This man was going toe to toe with the jump man.
That's a fact. That's a
Bro,
fact.
this man had
That's a fact.
niggas wearing clothes with holes in them.
pretty much trash bag.
Bro, like, but ironically, think about it. This man once again brought polo back to the forefront.
True.
Not like it ever left us, because
Right.
that's just always our swag. But he brought polo back to the forefront. You know what I mean? Looking clean was a thing when it wasn't.
Right.
He made it a thing, and then he totally did a 180 and went to this avant-garde Balenciaga type. Like he was on that kind of level, man, as far as influence.
Right.
It's easy, man. Easily Kanye West. The business of Kanye West might even have been bigger than the music of Kanye West.
I can't argue that.
I'm not mad
I
at
can't
that.
argue
I'm not
that.
mad at that.
21st century. Any early picks? This is super early. This is the first year, the next second quarter of the century. Any early prediction of picks This would be the first year. So this
I
is
don't
super
know
early.
because I don't see
It would have to
anybody
be
that big.
It would have to be a young guy that could carry it.
Yeah, I don't see anybody that big right now. I don't even see who the honestly. I don't even see who the next guy is.
I agree with
You know what I mean? I don't even. I mean, maybe I'm missing something because I could be wrong.
I agree with you.
I don't even see the next guy.
None of the young guys I see on that level to carry that.
Yeah.
What about Corday?
I like Corday, but I don't.
Tell me
Corday-
what
like
Corday.
pop
He kind
star,
of disappeared though.
Yeah,
right?
he chilling now.
Yeah,
He
and that's
ain't
big.
really-
Like
Yeah.
you, if we talking on this level, man, you gotta have some impact.
Like, yeah.
I just don't-
And he's put out dope albums, but did they have like impact?
No,
Like the impact, yeah.
no, they.
I think Corday's dope though. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't see
I
anybody.
I don't got that right yet.
I don't
got
see
that.
anybody on the horizon. Well.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gonna burn out. Can we say NBA YoungBoy?
Nah.
Relative.
I mean, they love-
this
well,
is his era though. This is his era.
That's true.
I don't know if he. This,
I only
this is gonna
said-
sound bad, but I don't know if he might burn himself out by doing some nut stuff, like
Right, that's
or
what-
he
but
might get taken out.
We,
like
we
he
trying
wild.
to identify
Yeah.
guys. You know what I'm
but
saying?
he's
Like
definitely,
I don't know.
he's definitely got that pop star appeal for the young.
I mean, he got some strong following, but to me, is he making music that's going to impact enough people to say he's the leader, like he's one of the best artists of the 21st century? He does have a cult type following.
Yeah.
But is his reach that far? That's what I'm asking.
I'm gonna say this. He seems to be 100% about the music and the touring.
He did.
An NBA YoungBoy show is insane.
he get his money. He get his
it's
money,
not
for
it's
sure.
not like he's not putting out the music
True.
and he's not seen as far as his fans. Like his touring, he's just not a household name from the perspective of he's not something you would market
Right.
from that perspective.
Right.
But I'm just spitballing. I just don't see anybody right now
Right.
that has that capability right now. I mean, to think about it, if we're talking starting ground zero, we're 12, 13 days into 2026, and we can't even look back 2 years to see if there's anybody that would fit that bill. That's the first thing that comes to mind. NBA YoungBoy. Who's a superstar right now? Is there, or do we have a rap superstar?
I don't got none.
I just don't have one. So that's going to be, and that's not to say it
Well,
won't happen.
and probably somebody will emerge within the next few
Hopefully.
years. But
Hopefully.
Right now,
We need that.
Somebody that hasn't been around in the game already for 30 years. I don't see nobody. I mean, even Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole been around.
I mean,
for-
they on the tail end of their career.
Yeah, they've been around for
They on the
what,
tail end.
15 at least.
Yeah.
15 years.
15.
So.
They had their era. Their era was the
Yeah.
2010s. That was their era.
Even like guys that was picking up some steam and feel like it cooled off quick. Even like the little babies of the
Baby,
world,
yeah.
they
Yeah.
all
That's what I
kind
was
of
saying, yeah.
they all kind of tear down. So I think somebody else is going to emerge, but I don't think they're here right now. And at least I don't see it.
Now I'll say this, and I know you didn't have this question down, but I think it deserves to be said. Who else would you say exemplified is a major superstar? Just give me one as far as influence and things like that. I gotta say Future, man. We gotta give Future a shot.
I had Future on one of them. What year did DS2 drop? That's whatever March Madness and Trapman. It was everywhere.
I still love March
It was
Madness.
everywhere.
I mean, it's a lot of other stars to me. I mean, Jay-Z was a star in the 21st century. He was a big star. Lil Wayne was a huge star.
How about this?
in the 21st century?
Let's show the ladies some love. Beyonce.
Beyonce was a legend in the 21st
We gotta say,
century.
let's acknowledge that. Though.
Yeah, no,
let's acknowledge that. As far
I don't
as
think people don't
Yeah.
like Beyonce because of her success. Beyonce's work ethic
Beyonce,
and what she done in the game is second to none.
she does everything she
Yeah,
does
Better
is
than
huge.
nobody. Work
Yeah.
for
She
that.
don't do anything
Yeah,
small.
but Beyonce definitely is huge. Jay-Z, Drake. Drake had a hell of a run. Drake came out in 2010, and he pretty much ran the rest of the
Yeah.
century.
I mean, if we talking numbers, Drake is the numbers king. Period. There is nobody that could touch him numbers wise.
I mean, if you want to go rap, and this is no order, if you want to go rap, I mean, you got to go Kanye, 50, Drake, Lil Wayne, and who would be the fifth person you would throw in there?
I just think
Rap wise, who would be the fifth person you're throwing?
Rap wise, okay.
Yeah.
Well.
You already said Kendrick.
If we,
I ain't say
are we
Kendrick. I ain't
just
say
thinking of
Kendrick.
everything in its totality?
I was just thinking totality.
Well, because if we thinking from that perspective, then you got to consider Nas in terms of just what he's doing for hip hop.
Okay.
Right.
You
Okay.
figure, the Paid in Full Foundation.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't mad
You
at
figure
that. I ain't mad
he's
at
getting
that.
the hip hop museum done in the Bronx.
Yeah.
The mass appeal movement, and he's consistently dropping, giving us music.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Nas or Kendrick. I ain't mad
So,
at that.
I mean,
I ain't mad at that.
Kendrick, of course, is the big moment guy.
Kendrick is running super low key though. Even though he makes
Yeah.
major marks, then he'll go back in his cave.
Yeah, he'll go in the cave. Yeah.
Yeah.
We may not see Kendrick for another year or two.
Yeah.
Facts.
But I think it's, to me, it's Kanye West undoubtedly.
I agree
There's
with you.
no question
I
about
agree
it.
with you.
ain't
I
knocking
agree
that.
with you.
can't knock
Yeah,
it.
Kanye West just huge, bro.
Well, fellas, best of the 21st century. That was a lot that we covered, but it was a lot of dope stuff in there too, man. So, best of the 21st century. Let us know what you think, man. Salute to everybody that did their thing, man. For 25 years, that's a long span of time, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. We are first quarter of the 21st century. We'll see what happens in the second quarter, man.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That
That sounds wild.
It's wild, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like, that'd be 50 years after the end of the second. That's wild. But Concert Crew Podcast, make sure I go download, subscribe, be on our digital platform. Make sure I go to our YouTube page, subscribe.
Run it up.
We
Yeah.
appreciate all the
Run it
views,
up.
man. Continue to run those views up, man. We appreciate all the
Tell
support.
a friend to tell a
As
friend.
always, man, long live our brother Taz, man. We going to continue to march forth. Love you, bro. Concert Crew Podcast, best of the 21st century.
Yeah.
Yo, Pito, hit us with the fader. We out.
Ah.